Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another live stream here on Max Coverage TV, the place to be for all your sports wants, news, and needs, and most importantly, live play-by-plays here. Or not play-by-plays, live streams for your Yankees offseason news. I wish it was play-by-plays, but it's the offseason. But when the season rolls on, I got you on the play-by-play streams. But shout out to everyone. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. If you're a Yankee fan, baseball fan in general, this is your channel. If you're live in full effect in the stream right now, we got a couple of people. We got John the Beagle Dad. We have Kate Zilla. We got Action VJ, Mario Joseph, Rehos, and Mike Rocky in the building already. So shout out to them. Hit that like button on the way in, guys. Helps me out a ton. And if you're watching the replay, drop me a comment down below on your thoughts on today's topics, which the headline, the thumbnail, we got some news with Roki Sasaki. Not crazy news, but we have some interesting news, an update, if you would, with Roki Sasaki, one of the marquee pitchers left on the market. So we'll dive into all that here in a second. But Gus, good to see you, man. Thanks for popping in. We got Terry says, get Pete Alonso now, says Terry. Terry's not playing around. Neither is Brian Cashman. At this point. Brian Cashman is not messing around. I got some comments to bring up on the screen here in a little bit. Arenado uses no trade clause to block the Astros. I saw that. That is very interesting. The Astros, they already said that they're in on Bregman still. They want to bring him back, but it's funny that Arenado would turn down Houston Astros. That's hilarious. John in the house says, what do you think? Christian Walker next to the Yankees? I think the next move is going to be a first baseman. I don't know if that means trading for Nathaniel Lowe. I don't know if that means signing Pete Alonso, Christian Walker, or going cheap with Carlos Santana. Maybe Paul Goldschmidt is a name. We talked about it yesterday. I wouldn't want Paul Goldschmidt or Carlos Santana, but by far Santana would be the cheapest option. But I think that we will see a first baseman get signed next. I think that's the next move that the Yankees are going to make. Yowie Wowie, my guy. Good to see you, bro. How you doing? Lee? Thanks for popping in. Kzilla is good news that Yankees were invited to a meeting shows Roki has interest in the Yankees. No doubt. I mean, Roki has already said that he's not already locked down to the West Coast. He's open for both sides. He's open for the East Coast and the West Coast. That's really big news. I mean, as you all know, a lot of these Japanese players, they sign West because it's a closer time zone to their home. I understand all that, closer travel as well. But the fact that Roki is saying, hey, I don't care. That gives us a little glimpse of hope for Roki Sasaki. And I think it's good news for us. What's up, my guy Ace in the house saying, yeah? What's going on, my boy? Shelly in the house. How you doing? How you feeling? Yo, Elvis, what's up, my guy? How you been, bro? How you been? Iron Hawaiian, thanks for popping in. I'm trying to get everybody's chats, everyone's comments, man. Thank you for popping in. Iron Hawaiian, how you feeling? How you doing on this Wednesday? Scott in the house says, Max, what's going on now? Is it true that Aaron Boone said today that Cody Bellinger is not dedicated to center field? That is true. Scott. I wanted to touch on that, so thank you for bringing that up. Yesterday, when we made the trade for Cody Bellinger, there was reports coming out saying that he is going to play center field for the New York Yankees. Bob Nightingale was tweeting it. Mark Feinsand was tweeting about it. So all the big dogs, all the big reporters were reporting that Cody Bellinger was going to be the center fielder for the Yankees, but Aaron Boone has basically said that's fake news. There's no assigned position for Cody Bellinger as we speak. As you all know, we need a left fielder. We need a first baseman. That's two positions that Cody Bellinger can play, as well as center field. But when the news was coming out yesterday saying that he was going to be our center fielder, it kind of raised an eyebrow for me because we all saw what Jasson Dominguez did in left field last season. He's a way stronger outfielder in center. I mean, he's a legit center fielder, Jasson Dominguez is. So I would assume they would put Jasson in center field. And then you have Bellinger as your left fielder, and he can play first base as well. So I don't know. We'll see. But right now, that is true, Scott. Aaron Boone has came out and said that he debunked that news. So Cardiac in the house. What's up, man? Roki wore pinstripes in Japan. He's keeping them in the USA. I hope so, Cardiac. Good to see you, man. Terry, good to see you. Yvette, thank you for popping in. John in the house. Need a great sales job to land him. Need to know what his motivations are and address them clearly. Stress if he is successful in New York, he could be the first Japanese player in Monument Park. Yeah, man. Like you said, John, it would be amazing to have the first Japanese player in Monument Park. And the Yankees are very high on this guy, Roki Sasaki. They think he could be one of the best pitchers in baseball. That's how high they think this guy is. He's young. He's younger than Yamamoto is. And if we get Roki Sasaki, as well as, we already got Max Fried. He had his press conference today. I was at work, sadly, when it happened. He's all signed, sealed, and official. I mean, you add Roki Sasaki to this rotation, we have the best rotation in baseball, hands down. And that's my opinion. The Dodgers still have a great rotation, but I think we would be a better rotation if we get Roki Sasaki. Gus is saying Bellinger needs to play center. I'd much rather him in left. I know he's a strong center fielder, but like I said, I think Dominguez needs to be in center field because he's more comfortable there, and he's just a better center fielder than he is a lefty, or a left fielder, I should say. You keep Dominguez in his primary position in center and Bellinger in left. He and Judge can help him on both sides. Exactly what Kzilla is saying right here. I agree 1,000% with you. I agree. Action VJ, thanks for popping in. Did you hear Cashman say that if he signs another outfielder, Jasson gets more development time? I did not see that. Action VJ. I hope not, because I'm ready to see Jasson Dominguez an everyday player in this league. He needs to stay healthy, of course. That's the number one thing. Sorry if you hear my cat running around. He has the zoomies right now. But I hope not. I want to see Dominguez every day in this lineup, man. Ron, what's going on? Bellinger provides the team with versatility between the outfield and first base. I agree. He's going to be such a big piece of this team, man. That's such a great sign, great trade. I mean, great trade for this team. It's a win-win. I mean, we give up a 30-year-old Cody Poteet for Cody Bellinger. And if it doesn't work out, it's a one-year contract, essentially. He has an opt-in. He has a player option next season. He wants to be a Yankee. That's one thing. Cody Bellinger wants to be a New York Yankee. That's what I love. I want to see guys that want to play here, and that's what I'll bring up the comments in a second. But even Scott Boras doubled down on that. He was saying that Cody Bellinger was driving him crazy because he wanted to be a New York Yankee so badly. So I'm glad that he's here, man. I'm glad he's gonna show us what he can do. John the Beagle Dad, how you doing? Are we gonna lose to the Dodgers again? I hope not, man. Miss Serena, how you doing? Good to see you. How you been? Carlos in the house. Bellinger has been on the downside. 2 years ago, he hit over 300. So if he can have anything near that, 280, give me a 280 season. I'll take it. But last year was definitely a down year for Cody Bellinger. I agree. He has not been the same player since the MVP season. In 2019? I don't think we'll ever see Cody Bellinger in 2019 ever again. But if you tell me he hits 280, he gives us about 30 home runs, I'll take that all day. Drives in 100, give me that all day. Merry Christmas to you, Serena. Thank you. Ronald, good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Miss Sydney's in the chat. Yee! How you doing, girl? Shout out to everyone in the building, man. Hit that like button. Smash that like button. Helps me out a ton. Thank you all for popping in. Hope your Wednesday's going well. Chrissy, how you doing? Good to see you. Jared in the house as well. Happy holidays to you and your family as well, sir. Yeah, Simba's not stopping. He is full of energy right now. John D. Lee, good to see you. Still think Cashman has another move up his sleeve. He already said, stay tuned. His comments today, he was talking to the media. He ended with stay tuned. So that means he has something up his sleeve, John. I think he has. I think we still are only 50% of the way with the signs. I think we still have about 2 to 3 more players that we are going to sign. We got D-Rod checking in the house. What's going on, my guy? Your voice sounds better. It feels better. I haven't coughed yet. Let me knock on wood, but I haven't coughed yet, so I'm feeling a little bit better. My throat is a little sore though. Pause, but I'm feeling better, D-Rod. Thank you for asking. Thank you for popping in, buddy. Spears Sports Network. How you doing? How you doing, Max? Do you see, or who do you see leading off for this team? I don't know. Yo, Elvis, that's a good question because I was talking about that yesterday, and here comes Simba. He's just walking past. Hey, buddy. I was talking about that yesterday. We don't have a legit leadoff hitter on this team right now. If you would sit me down I'm already sitting down, but if you were asking me if the season started tomorrow, if you asked me who would be the leadoff hitter, I would just say Volpe off default because we've already seen him do it. Is it pretty? No, but we don't have a legit leadoff guy, yo Elvis. We don't have a legit leadoff guy, sadly. Who do you think right now on this in this roster right now in this lineup? Who do you think is going to be the leadoff hitter? My guy to Ace Avenue, popping confetti all over the place. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get Ace? Who's going to get it? It won't tell me on StreamYard who gets the gifted memberships, but he's doing what he does the very best, and that is popping confetti all over the freaking place. Miss Serena with a $20 dono. Thank you so much. You are the woman. You are the woman, Serena. Thank you. You are awesome. Thank you so much. Good to see you too, Serena. Thank you for popping in. Yeah, great tail action there, right? Kzilla says send Stroman, Gabriel Arias, and Will Warren to Texas for low. If they're willing to take on Stroman's contract, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, it would suck to see Arias go, but we already saw a little bit of Warren. The Cubs wanted Warren, I think, but he's, of course, 5 years younger than Cody Poteet. But I do think if the Yankees would have added Will Warren into that trade, they would have probably took on more money. But I mean, I don't know if for low for Stroman, Arias, and Warren. If someone can take Stroman off our hands, I'd love it. Please, by all means. Alexis got it. Nice. Well, shout out to Alexis joining the squad. Thank you, Ace. You are the freaking man. What's up, Kim? How you doing? Dominguez for leadoff. Okay. Action VJ says Volpe, but give me Profar or Donovan as our next leadoff guy. Yeah, Donovan would be awesome. It's going to be interesting to see what this team does with the second base position. Are they going to go in-house? Are they going to go internal? It looks like it. It looks like that's the move for second base. But Donovan is a guy that can play a lot of positions and who would be a really good hitter in this lineup. Joe in the house, what is the next move we make? Do you think? Cashman said he is comfortable with the team, but I'm getting Bubba Crosby vibes. I mean, I think Brian Cashman knows there's still a lot of moves to be made. I say a lot, meaning like three, maybe four moves. But I think the next move, Joe, is going to be first base. Now, I'm going to bring it up right here on the screen. The Yankees have a scheduled meeting or in-person meeting with Roki Sasaki. That's the big update that we have today. Don't think that's going to be the next move, though. I like they're doing their due diligence and they're making some moves, even though they haven't signed it like Roki Sasaki yet. But I mean, hey, the fact that he has an in-person meeting with us, it's pretty big. But I do think first base is going to be the next move that we make. Cody Bellinger leading off. Maybe. I think he's more of a second, put him in the second hole. The 2-hole, Gus, would be my thought with Bellinger and have Judge behind him. As it stands right now, it's probably Volpe. That's what I'm saying. Where the there it is. Ace, I was nervous I couldn't do it. I was a little nervous I couldn't do it because my I'm still getting over the sickness. Warren always gets lit up. He does. He's still not done. I mean, he's 25 years old though, so he's getting up there. I mean, he's still not fully developed yet, but yeah, Arthas. Every time we saw Will Warren last season, he got lit up. Yeah, X-Max, if Cubs took Warren, they got to pay more for Bellinger. Yeah, I agree. That was my thought, but I guess the Yankees didn't want to give up Warren. But, I mean, dude, we fleece them regardless, man. We gave up Petit for Bellinger. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically we gave up cash for Bellinger at the end of the day. We gave up us paying for his salary. We gave up us paying for his salary, essentially. That's the whole trade for me. Theo in the house. How you doing, buddy? They want Jazz probably for second. I think they're already talking about Jazz being the third baseman. I'll bring it up in a second here. I saw some quotes that unfortunately it's not the best quotes that we want to see, but it looks like Brian Cashman has not ruled out like DJ LeMahieu, or someone internal for second base. I gotta find the quotes. Oh, here it is. Actually, it's a video, so I'll just play it for you guys. Here, let me share it on the screen real quick. Let's see. Here we go.
Have you identified as some priorities moving forward now that you've gotten this group of guys?
Well, they're first and foremost, I do have internal options. I think, DJ LeMahieu should be healthy as we enter spring training. So I don't want to discount, where DJ could play a role here.
Let me pause that right there. Don't even give me that DJ LeMahieu. No, I'm sorry, Brian. You've been doing your thing. You've been doing your thing this offseason. And hats off to you, buddy. But we cannot see DJ LeMahieu in this lineup. I'm sorry. Man. The machine is broken down, man. That machine is gone.
Whether it's at third or at first or at second. We have obviously Oswaldo Cabrera. We have Ben Rice that had some growing pains, learning a new position at first base. So those and then Jasson Dominguez that could be deployed, and ready to go for the outfield. So those are the internal choices. We got to measure that again. What towards the external options. So we acquired Jazz this past summer at the trade deadline. He can play third now. He's proven that he can play second. So depending, what I do externally, if anything, he could, if I bring in a third baseman potential, he can go to second. If I bring in a second baseman, he stays at third. If I bring in a first baseman, Rice can, percolate more in the minor leagues at AAA.
Percolate.
If I bring in an outfielder, Jasson gets more development time. There's just a lot of different things. Or if we stay in line with what we already have, we go through that lane as well. So it just conversations will continue with free agents and with trade partners, and no guarantees, but we're trying to be as aggressive and find ways to improve the team. Period.
So yeah, someone brought it up already in the stream about his comments about Jasson Dominguez. I didn't see this until now. I don't want to see him in the minors, man. Jasson Dominguez needs to be playing every day for this team. He's a salary relief. We need guys like that, especially when you're paying for Max Fried, Judge, Cole, Rodon, Roki Sasaki. Cross our fingers. We gotta have guys like Dominguez playing in the field. But I do not want to see LeMahieu. I do not want to see LeMahieu on this freaking. He's going to be on the roster, sadly, but I'm sorry, man. He's just not the same person anymore. Just not the same person. Let me see if I can see any more quotes or anything like that. I'll bring it up in a second here. We got my guy Ben in the house. 2024, 2025 is the Rays year, baby. Return of. I'm not saying that name. He is a sick human being. I'm not saying that name on the screen, Ben, but you are the man. $2 dono. You are the man, bro. Appreciate you so much. Rays, it's going to be a tough couple of years for you guys. The Rays, they're not going to do anything, buddy. They might be the fourth team in the AL East. I mean, the Rays are just cooked. Hate to tell you, Max, but Cashman doesn't like Dominguez right now. I can see that. I mean, I guess he just does not really want to see Dominguez as the everyday player. But, man, if that's the case, then trade him away. I don't want to see Dominguez traded by any means. But, man, you got to play this guy. Play him. Come on. DJ like ground out. Yeah, right. You're right, David A. We saw that a lot. DJ LeMahieu can't hit a ball in the outfield. That's the DJ we saw. doesn't sound so good for the Martian, says Mike. Yeah, that's not the best. I mean, I'm sure he does not want to hear that if he's Jasson Dominguez. Here's some. This is some comments about Cody Bellinger from Brian Cashman. Let's bring this up real quick.
How much does Cody Bellinger help this ball club?
You know, he's a nice fit for us. You know, again, a lot of flexibility there. He's, you know, a left-handed bat that, you know, puts the ball in the air on the pull side that fits our ballpark. You know, he's an above average defender in the outfield as well as first base. So we got some choices there for our manager to play with, depending on how this winter shakes out. He runs the bases really well, very athletic. So, you know, he checks a lot of boxes for us. And so I'm happy that, again, when we lost, for instance, a Juan Soto, we lost the left-handed balance portion of our lineup. So it's nice to continue to add some choices there, improve some defense. And you know, but again, more work to be done.
Yeah, more work to be done, baby. I like that. I like that answer at the end. I like how he just slid that in there real quick. More work to be done. He knows this isn't it. We need more. And it starts with the first baseman. We got to get our first baseman signed, in my opinion. That's my next move. Ken Solar in the chat. Jasson can't field. Maybe a trade for some team that needs a DH. He's so young, though, man. He's so young. He's got a lot of years left in him. I mean, he's, you know, still not fully a he's not fully a developed player, but you got to play this guy. You played Volpe like Yo Elvis said. Give him the same thing that you did with Volpe. Play him. So hopefully that's what they'll do. John in the house says Dominguez better get MLB role or he will become another failed Yankee project. Give the kid a true chance to succeed in the majors. Exactly, man. Exactly. Give him a true opportunity. If he's healthy, he should be in this lineup. Period. There's going to be growing pains. There's going to be struggles. I don't see Jasson Dominguez coming out and swinging 300, you know, hitting 10 home runs in the first 30 games. I don't see anything like that. But if he's out there hitting 270, give me 5 home runs in 30 games, I'm taking that. I mean, he's just a kid, man. Like, you got to play him. You got to play him. Trade Rodon if you can. You can. He has a no trade clause, cardiac. Pay 25% of his salary if you have to, if Roki signs. Yeah, he has a no trade clause, so it will be up to Carlos Rodon to waive that, but I don't see that happening. Rodon seems like he likes to be a Yankee, even though he's been struggling, and you know, the whole thing with the fans sending him death threats and stuff with his family. I don't know, but I just don't see Rodon getting traded anytime. Dominguez has the opportunity this spring training. If he plays like Volpe did 3 years ago, then he makes the team. I agree. If he's out there mashing the ball in spring training, there's no doubt in my mind that he won't be playing every day for the Yankees. But health is his main concern. I think the health is the biggest issue with Dominguez. He's always been banged up. He hasn't really had a full healthy spring or, you know, fully healthy minor league season. He's always banged up. So hopefully this will be the year of him staying healthy. At first, I wasn't sure if the organization was protecting Jasson because of Tommy John surgery. Now I'm not so sure. Why keep him in the minors? Yeah, he said that if he signs another outfielder. That's if he goes out and gets Teoscar Hernandez. I mean, at that point, it looks like you're going to have to put Teoscar in left, Bellinger in center, because they're not going to sit a guy who they just signed. Say if let's just put in, you know, let's just throw this out there to see. I'm not saying this will happen or anything like that, but if you sign Teoscar Hernandez to a 1-year contract with $22 million, $23 million, whatever you sign him for, you're going to play him. Dominguez will be probably in the minors if that happens, because there's no way you're going to sit a guy making $24 million. I mean, they're already sitting DJ LeMahieu, but that's what Brian Cashman was just basically saying. If they sign another outfielder, Dominguez will probably be in the minors, which I don't want that to happen. I want him up here. What's up? Joseph's Dream in the house. Merry Christmas, Max. Can't wait till opening day. I cannot wait. We are 60. I'm going to say this every time I stream. I'll give you an update on how close we are to spring training. 64 days away until spring training games begin. And I cannot wait. Yeah, Max, this is his first opportunity to play in spring training healthy. It's his job to lose. Facts. Facts, D-Rod. The Yankees never like to develop young talent. Well, it depends, David. I mean, they hold on to their prospects. You know, some people label Brian Cashman as a prospect hugger, but I mean, they whiffed on Clinton Frazier. We should have traded him and Duhar. Who else? I'm trying to think. I mean, we missed on a lot of these prospects that we might have should have traded away before we did. Yankees give out the worst pitching contracts ever. Dominguez was scouted by the Yankees at one time as a 5-tool player. What happened to that assessment? As you said, he is very young, needs to play consistently. Yeah. I mean, dude, John, he's only, I think, 22 years old. Dominguez is only 22 years old. So you can't give up on a guy like that, man. Yeah, he's 21. He's not even 22 yet. He'll be turning 22 in February. But I love Jasson Dominguez, man. I think he's going to be big time. You just got to play him, and you have to be okay with some growing pains. You have to be okay with the struggles that's going to come with that. I don't know. I got a bad feeling about Jasson Dominguez. They should go after Santander, Enzo. Even if they do, I don't think they'll have Santander in the outfield. I think Santander, if they sign him, he would be playing first base. That would be my guess. So I could be wrong, though. Yankees have developed several prospects that they have traded for MLB-ready players. Ezekiel Duran, Trey Sweeney. Yeah, that's true. They traded some prospects away. Drew Thorpe. I mean, Drew Thorpe was a part of the Juan Soto trade. And then they flipped Drew Thorpe for Dylan Cease. So, JR in the house. Good to see you, Max. One thing we have to do is get rid of Stroh and his contract. I agree. We got to get rid of Stroman. We got to get rid of Stroman, man. I nothing against the guy, but he's just, as you saw last postseason, I should say, he wasn't even a part of this team. So $18 million for a guy that's not going to be a big part of your team. I hope we can get his contract off the books. Dr. Peg, do you think we have the best bullpen in the league? As we speak right now, I don't, but I always have faith in Matt Blake and Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone to build a bullpen. I mean, they do it year in and year out, man. Every single year, they seem like they just get a bullpen together. It's Joe Schmoes. It's guys like me. I'm kidding. I have no talent whatsoever playing baseball, but it's guys that you don't know. It's guys that you just, not big names, that you just throw in this bullpen like Tim Hill, Ian Hamilton. I'm blanking on more, but you throw guys like that, and then they just go out there and do their job. Jake Cousins, another name. You know, Luke Weaver. They got him, and he was a no name. He was a failed starter in this league, and then they turned him into a legit bullpen arm. So I trust them building a bullpen. This is a World Series contender, not a development team. We take the developed players from other teams. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Judge is, one player that came up from the farm that has stayed here and has proved that he's a superstar. We haven't had that since, the early to mid 90s, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, you're right. We don't really have a lot of, we're always picking in the back of the draft anyway, because we're always in the playoffs. So that's another thing that happens too. Spinning Mantis says Yankees have 3 first-round picks in their everyday lineup. Judge, Volpe, Wells. That's pretty good. Add Heel, Schmidt, Cabrera, Rice into the mix, and they're definitely pretty good for internal development. Yeah, I mean, I love Cabrera. They don't see Cabrera as an everyday player. I mean, we saw that happen last year when DJ LeMahieu came back. Cabrera was barely playing, and we were all saying, where is Cabrera? Where's Waldo at? I love Cabrera. I think he's a great piece to this. He's a good bench player. Like, the guy he just plays baseball. He doesn't care where he's playing. Put him out there. But yeah, Volpe, Wells, those two guys need a. If I'm gonna point my finger at who needs to have the biggest jump from last year to this year, it's got to be those two guys, man. Wells had his hat in that Rookie of the Year conversation, then he just went downhill the last month or so of baseball. If Wells can put together a full, consistent year, and Volpe's got to show us something with that bat, man. Volpe's got to show us something with that bat. Those two players, if they hit about 270 each, oh man, sky's the limit for this lineup, because if those two guys can get it going, I think we're in line for a really big year once again. JR says the crazy thing is no one is talking about Jake Cousins. He's filthy and hoping he's healthy. He should be healthy, and he is filthy. I mean, his slider is unhittable. So I love Jake Cousins. Yankees should get Santander from the Orioles. They could. I mean, he's a free agent. So what's up, Ron? Good to see you. This could be the year we win the World Series. We say that every year almost, man. We say that every single year. But the Yankees are putting together a team to win the World Series. I mean, Soto leaving sucks, but we're not sitting on our hands. We're active. We're active in the free agent market. We're active in the trade market. I mean, they're doing their thing right now. They're doing their thing, so I love it. Michael King was developed by the Yankees, too. He was the ace of the Padres this year, and Johnny Brito was in that trade, too, with Thorpe. Yeah, you're right. Michael King was awesome. He had a great year. Michael King had a great year, man. He's going to make some money, too. Let me see Michael King, his stats real quick, because 2.95 ERA, 173 innings, 201 strikeouts, bro. 119 whip, 13-9 record. Michael King, man, hats off to him. Hats off to him for sure. What's going on with Gleyber? I haven't heard anything about Gleyber Torres. He's not going to be back with the Yankees. I'll tell you that much. But I haven't heard much of Gleyber. I haven't heard anything about Gleyber Torres right now in the offseason so far. Cabrera is great in short spurts, too much too long, and you see his wart. Yeah, I mean, he just can't hit from the right side of the plate, man. He just can't hit from the right side of the plate. That's his issue. He's either got to have to stop hitting from the right side in general, or just go hard and work hard hitting from the right side to really show teams that you can do it, because teams were picking on him, and that's why the Yankees stopped playing him against lefties. Cashman said himself he plans to field the best team possible, not the youngest team or developmental friendly, and I'm okay with that. I agree. I mean, put the best team forward, but I think if Jasson Dominguez is on this team, bro, you got to eventually give him a shot and have him play every day like you did with Volpe. Have the same leash as you did with Volpe with Jasson Dominguez, unless you want to trade him. Don't know why Yankee fans want another sub 250 hitter with Salamander. Go get Lowe, Scott, Kim, and call it a day. So Nathaniel Lowe from the Rangers, Tanner Scott, and Ha-Seong Kim. Kim could be a nice leadoff hitter. The Pirates say this is the year we trade away players so another team can win the World Series. I can't wait for the Pirates to trade Paul Skeens eventually when that happens. If we ever get Paul Skeens, man, that would be amazing. I could see the Yankees bringing him back in 2026. Who? Gleyber? What's up, Chad? Do I like the Titanic? Yeah, it's a good movie. Gleyber to the Mariners is the only thing I've heard. I've heard Toronto have an interest in Gleyber too, but then they traded for Jimenez from the Cleveland Guardians. So that just shows me that Andres Jimenez is going to be the Toronto Blue Jays second baseman. So yeah, I mean, it looks like Nationals. I've been like Action VJ just said. Well, the Nationals asked Gleyber about playing third. He said no. I don't blame him. I don't blame him for saying no to that. But it looks like Seattle's been wanting Gleyber Torres for a long time. Yeah, he's not good from the right side, D-Rod. What's up, Steve? Kim and Nathaniel Lowe would round out this team well. Kim would be a leadoff hitter. I will say that. Kim would be a good leadoff guy. Oh, you're talking about King. Yeah, he could come back, no doubt. He could come back next season. The best response to Soto leaving the Yankees is to build a 2025 ball club that is better than the 2024 team, with better defense and offense spread out in the lineup, and do not depend on two players like in 2024. John, I think you're spot on, man. I think the key is to have a better infield defense behind these pitchers and to have guys that aren't going to be having mental mistakes on the bases. I'm talking about guys getting thrown out, guys getting out on the bases. We saw a lot of that last year. Saw a lot of double plays as well by this team. I'm hoping this team, like, they've already been making moves. Cody Bellinger should be a huge part to this team. His bat's going to be incredible in the lineup, but we need guys getting on base. We need guys just keep moving the baton, and it's going to suck seeing Soto not in this lineup anymore, but hopefully we can get the guys to, like you said, spread it out and have a more well-rounded team, more consistent team. Kim won't be ready to start of the year, though. Oh, he's hurt? I had no idea. Kyle in the house. Cubbies are going to be trash. I don't think they're going to be trash. I mean, they just got Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker, he's a great player, man. He's a great player. I think that's a great trade for you guys. You know my thoughts on base running. How I feel you, Ken Solar. I feel you. I think they could afford to possibly pay May for Jay. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Steve? Man, shout out to the 106 in the chat. Hit the like button. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you all popping in today. You know, I'm gonna try to do more of these, you know, throughout the weeks. Kind of just hang out streams and we can talk about whatever. I'll start bringing up more videos and more articles and stuff. But tomorrow, I don't think I will be able to stream because I'm getting my Invisalign tomorrow. I'm getting my trays, so. Be on the lookout with that, by the way, because I might be slurring a little bit more. And no, I'm not going to be 7 White Claws in like Norma said. But I'm starting my Invisalign tomorrow, so bear with me on the speech for a little bit. We need a smart third base coach. We do. Luis Rojas was not it, man. Luis Rojas is not it by any means. That's, oh man, Luis Rojas was giving us headaches every single game, it looked like. What's up, my guy? Southside Brooklyn News. What's up, my guy? I still think Soto being a Met is better than a Red Sox, no doubt. I mean, that's the last team I wanted him to sign is to the Red Sox because we see him every division race. Exactly. I mean, I would be sick to my stomach if he signed with Boston or anywhere in our division. It would make me sick to my stomach. So I'm glad that he's in the National League. A lot of these players are going to the National League. Like Kyle Tucker went to the Astros to the Cubs. Juan Soto went from us to the Mets. The AL is getting weaker, guys. If you think about it, that's why this Yankees team walking into next season, Soto or not, they should be the favorites to make it to the World Series once again because the AL is weaker than the National League is. It's a top-heavy league. There's going to be the Yankees, probably the Orioles, but I don't think the Orioles are going to be competing for a pennant. I mean, the Orioles have done nothing other than sign Gary Sanchez. They got O'Neill, I think, he was a Red Sox, but Tyler O'Neill. And then they lost Burnes. I don't think they're going to get Burnes back. So I think the Guardians are going to be up there again with us, but I don't really fear anybody in the American League, man. Definitely AL is ours. Yeah, exactly. Had Bellinger's wife be our third base coach. Sounds like she used to. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, KZL. You are wrong, bro. You are wrong. Keep that bum over at the Ross team. Southside talking about Soto. Do the Mets and these other teams have communities? They're always in ours. I would assume so. I mean, I know there's a couple of Mets content creators that do the games and stuff like I do with the Yankees. So I know they have communities, but you know, it's like little brother, bro. The Mets are always checking in on us. Mets fans are always checking in on Yankee fans. You know what I'm saying? It's not vice versa. We stay in our own lane. You know what I'm saying? But the Mets, they always want to put their nose in some business that isn't theirs. They always want to know what Big Brother's doing. He's got a good point, though. At third base, coach should be a female for motivation, says Arthas. So does a Fink with his complaining stories. Yeah, I mean, all the stories coming out about Soto, man, just seems like he's just a punk, arse, B-word. And I mean, I'm not calling him that. I said it seems like that he's one of those. O'Neill replaced Santander, and Santander is a better hitter, better for the Yankees. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind Santander as our first baseman, but I want a legit first base. Like, I want a guy not playing out of position. Give me a legit first baseman, man. Whether that's trading for a guy like Lowe, or I mean, Pete Alonso just turned 30. Christian Walker, he'll be 34. We already been talking about all these guys, but I think first base should be the next move this Yankees team does, no doubt. Where do you think Burnes is going to sign? Do you believe the Mets will get him, or will he go to the Giants on the West Coast? I think the Giants have a good shot to sign him, John. Of course, the Mets have a good shot to sign anybody. They have Steve Cohen. But I haven't really heard much about Corbin Burnes this whole offseason yet. I don't know if teams are a little worried about his injury history. I love Corbin Burnes, bro. I've been screaming I love Corbin Burnes for a while. But it's shocking that he's really not – his market isn't where it I thought should be. I mean, he pitched 2.92 ERA last year, a fully healthy year. 94 innings, 181 strikeouts. So the strikeouts have gone down. Last year was a 23% strikeout rate. And in 2023, he had a 25% strikeout rate. And then in 2022, he had a 30% strikeout rate. So I think maybe teams are a little worried about that, about his strikeout rate. Hold on, let me just bring it up on the screen real quick, and I can show you what I'm talking about. Maybe that's why teams are a little iffy on Burnes. So let's bring up the 2024 chart, and this is what I was talking about right here. His strikeout rate sitting at 23.1%. Now, if you look at the chart for 2023, that number goes up a little bit to 25.5, and then in 2022, that number was sitting at 30.5. So that maybe teams are looking at that and they're a little concerned. And then in 2021, 35.6% strikeout rate. So year by year, that number is going down, 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 like a Fallout Boy would say. But I still think he's a dominant pitcher in this league. I mean, we saw him. We saw the Orioles in the postseason, even though they got swept. It wasn't this guy's fault. He pitched 9 innings that game. They lost, and he was dominant. So, I mean, Burnes is still a great pitcher in my eyes, but maybe that's why teams are a little risky about him. I don't know. How about Burnes falling to us? If we can get Burnes too, sign me up, man. Sign me up. Let's sign everybody. Let's get Roki Sasaki and Corbin Burnes and call it a day. Not a day, but I'm talking about call it a day for the pitching side of things, that is. Play in the house. Imagine not being a Yankee fan and going to Yankee chat rooms. I couldn't even think about going to a Met or Red Sox channel. Yeah, I mean, I don't do stuff like that. I don't do that stuff at all. I mean, I couldn't do it. I couldn't jump into another, content creators chat if it's like if it's showing support, then that's a different story. But to sit there and, talk crap about the team, I know a lot of Mets. I know a lot of other fans, like not Yankee fans, that just come into the chat sometimes and they just crap on the team for no reason. I'm not going to be that person to do that. I'd show up and show support to the streamer or to the channel, but I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, you guys are so trash. You guys stink. Ryan in the house. Jays have the right number, but he's not sold. He's waiting for San Fran to up the offer or Jays to make some moves to make him more comfortable. You talking about Burnes? So the Jays are in on Burnes, Ryan? Soto won't be internationally known with the Mets. The Yankees would have made him internationally known. I'm sure he's already internationally known, William. I mean, a lot of people know who Juan Soto is, but there's nothing like playing for the Yankees, bro. Like, there's nothing like playing for the Pinstripes. He's gonna regret that move. He's gonna regret that move, and I guarantee you, it would not shock me. He would opt out after 6 years. He's gonna opt out, and he's gonna say, "I want to be a Yankee again," because he's gonna miss it. He's gonna miss everything that comes with being a New York Yankee. Yeah, that's different, D-Rod. See, that's different. I'm talking about the people that go to chat rooms and they trash the team that their streamer is supporting, or you know what I'm saying. Lou says he's not opting out. I don't think he will either. I was just saying some BS. I was just saying some BS. We'll miss Soto's bat, but I won't miss that defense. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna for sure miss that bat, man. We're gonna for sure miss that bat. Soto he's a magician up there at the plate. I mean, watching him at bat, breaking the pitcher down, it's nothing like it, bro. We're gonna miss him, man. We say all we want, but we're gonna miss him. Good evening to you, Mick Arthur. Good to see you, man. Glasgow, Scotland. How cold is it right now there, man? How cold is it there? Oh, Yankees. This is a reporter from ESPN. Yankees are not done making deals. Brian Cashman said New York Yankees has quote unquote more lifting to do after acquiring Fried, Williams, and Cody Bellinger. We're gonna be active, baby. Right now, there's no team more active than we are. We're not messing around, man. Like, I love this. The team made it to the World Series. That kind of lit a fire underneath Brian Cashman, it seems like. This looks like a whole new GM from the last couple of offseason. Now, I know we traded for Juan Soto last offseason. I get all that. That was a big splash. But we didn't really make too many. We got a trade. We traded for Verdugo. We traded for Soto, and we kind of called it a day. But this year, man. Oh, yeah. This year, we're making some big moves. I want to see a blockbuster trade out of nowhere. I want to see a Vladimir Guerrero Jr. type of trade that no one's really talking about. It's on nobody's radar. And then boom, out of nowhere, it happens. That's what I want. It's 33 degrees. Damn. 77 here in Tuscan this minute. It's pretty warm here too, man. It actually is a nice 68 degrees right now where I'm at. We are not better than last year, says Lou. We're not done yet. We're not done. Just keep watching. Lou, we're going to be all right. We're going to be good, Lou. I know we are. What's up, Barry? Is Luis Arias a reality? I mean, it could happen. Seems like that guy's always on the move. So I'm not going to say it's not going to be a reality, but I don't think it's going to happen. But you can't rule it out. You can't rule it out. You should have poked the bear, Soto. Yeah, right, kid. He shouldn't have done it. And sorry about your Bears, by the way. Your Bears are not looking too good, buddy. Bears are not looking too good. Who you giving up for Vladimir Guerrero to get that deal done? I would give up Ben Rice. I would give up Will Warren, Chase Hampton. I would give up those guys. Would you take that deal, Ryan? 2 pitchers and a first baseman who could play catch? Or he's a catcher who can play first base, I should say. Would you take that for a guy that potentially is going to walk? Because I heard he turned down some money from you guys already. Somebody put Bellinger's hitting last year at Yankee Stadium instead of Wrigley, and he would have hit 33 home runs instead of 18. That's what I'm saying. I think his swing plate, I think his approach is made for Yankee Stadium, man. And I think, like I said, if Bellinger gives us 280, if he's hitting 280, if he gives us around 30 home runs, I mean, sign me up all day. That would be amazing. Paulie, thank you so much for joining the stream and welcome to the family. Good takes. Thank you, man. Appreciate you so much. BLK Bolt, losing Soto is a blessing in disguise. Cashman is making some big moves. He is. He's making some huge moves right now. And like he said, stay tuned. That's it. That's from his mouth. He says, stay tuned, guys. We're not done. We're not done. We're nowhere near done. Ron in the house says Sasaki is Japanese, means he's going to the Dodgers. I know, like, we all thought Roki Sasaki would be a Dodger, but hey, the Yankees have an in-person meeting with him. And I know we had an in-person meeting with Yamamoto last offseason. I get that. But I think right now, of course, the Dodgers are still the favorites to sign Roki, but I think the Yankees are second favorite right now, if I had to guess. And, hey, come on, man. Come on, bro. You could be in your own world in New York. You don't want to play with Ohtani, with Yamamoto. No. Create your own legacy in New York, baby. Come on, Roki. I believe you. I believe you want to be a New York Yankee. Let's make it happen. I think Hal gave Cashman a longer leash. He better. I mean, and it's for the fans too. Like, we sat back and we saw how much they offered Juan Soto. You'd offered Juan Soto $760 million. So us as fans are looking at that saying, well, we didn't get Soto. So now we got $760 million floating around that you were offering to Soto. So what's up? Make some moves. And that's what they're doing, bro. That's what they're doing. The in-person meeting was an invite only. Not just any team can set up a meeting with Roki. Ooh. So K-Zilla was some good intel right there. Max, check out Bellinger's road numbers in 2024 versus his overall numbers in 2023 when he had a good year. Let's check it out. Let's bring it up real quick. Let's see his splits. All right. So let's go to the splits for... This is for Cody Bellinger right here. Away games. Ooh. So at home games, this is his stats. Bellinger hit 247 at home. 301 on base, 399 slug, 700 OPS. On the road again. He had a 282 batting average, 347 on base, 451 slug, and a 798 OPS. Almost 100 points uptick right there in the OPS department away. So that's very, very interesting. 10 home runs compared to 8, 46 RBI compared to 32. Hey, that's what I like to see right there. Let's see. Is that just... Hold on, let me see. Let's bring up 2023 real quick for Bellinger. So in 2023 at home in Wrigley Field, he hit 302, 354, 450. 548 slug, 902 OPS. Away, 311, 358. So pretty much the slug went down away, OPS went down. So that's kind of weird. In 2023, he played really well in Wrigley Field, and then in 2024, he did not. But that's the splits right there for Cody Bellinger. Tatis is awesome. I would love Tatis. They are never going to pay Vlad. Are you talking about Toronto or us? Who walks away from B-Way for off Broadway? F.U. Soto, says Kid. When is the Hand of Doom going to relinquish her crown and hand over those sunglasses? Oh, those are she won't even let me wear them, brother. She won't even let me wear them. Those are her stunner shades, man. Those are her hater blockers. She puts those sunglasses on and no one can tell her nothing. Not even me. What's up, Patrick Franks? Good to see you, buddy. Bellinger in 2019 was better than any Soto season. I mean, yeah, he won MVP. Oh, the Yankees? I think the Yankees would pay Vlad. If they had a shot to pay, if Vlad wanted to play here, I think they would pay for him. I know Vlad already said that he would never be a Yankee, blah blah blah, because of his dad and all that crap. But money talks, baby. Money talks. I got one for you, Jones, Arias, Schmidt, Everson Pereira, Will Warren, and Chase Hampton for Josh Naylor and Jose Ramirez. Now that's a blockbuster. Now, now you're cooking with some Crisco right there, Joseph. Now you're cooking. Because if you tell me you get Jose Ramirez, woo-wee. Man, Jose Ramirez is one of the most underrated players in this league. And he came off a really good year. Especially him stealing all those bases. I mean, Jose Ramirez was scooting, man. 41 stolen bases last year. Woo, a legit third baseman. He's 32 years old, though. Is he going to start going downhill? I don't think so. Because, I mean, look at this. 24 home runs in 2023, 39 in 2024. This man is just a beast. He's a machine. No way Tucker is the play. Judge the first or the Japanese first baseman is coming next year. Yeah, Murakami. Murakami was another name that the Yankees love. They love Murakami. And you're right. I would much rather have Kyle Tucker, honestly, than Vlad. It's a close one, but I would take Kyle Tucker over Vladimir Guerrero. What's up, Parker? Good to see you, man. Welcome to the Mets, Soto. Now bring back Pete Alonso. They haven't rolled it out. They haven't ruled it out, but I don't think it'll happen. Max, this has to happen. Vlad to New York, Trevino, Stroh, and Warren to Philly, and John and Castellano and Cash to Toronto. So JR is going for a 3. Oh, you're talking about Bohm and Castellano and Cash to Toronto. So JV going for a 3-team trade. That'll be a blockbuster trade. No doubt about it. Tell the Padres they can have anyone they want for Tatis. Maybe keep Lombard. Bro, Tatis would be incredible. Tatis would be incredible plate. As a Yankee fan, I don't want to see Vlad or Naylor. Yeah, I mean, Naylor is not my favorite player by any means. Naylor is just a cocky SOB, which good for you. You know, if you're a cocky baseball player, hey, you have the talent, you made it here, good for you, man. But when he did that rocking the baby crap, kind of ticked me off a little bit. And if I'm Cole, oh man, I know Cole is a professional. He'd probably put it to the side and say whatever, but I don't want that guy in this locker room, man. Yeah, dude. Ramirez only almost a 40-40. 39 home runs, 41 stolen bases, man. 872 OPS, 537 slug. I mean, Jose Ramirez had a fantastic season last year. I heard Roki Sasaki would either like to come to the Yankees or the Mets. I mean, like I said, I think the Dodgers are still the favorites, but if we have even a slim shot to get Roki Sasaki, the Yankees are going to jump on it, man. They're going to do their due diligence. They're going to put the work in there. They're going to try to get that done. What's up, Bike? If the Yankees don't get any more players, what's the positions looking like? So right now, the holes in this lineup are outfield. I mean, unless they're going to play Dominguez in left, we don't have an outfield, or we don't have a hole in the outfield. It'll be Cody Bellinger playing either center field, left field. Dominguez should be playing center, but he can play left, not really well. But the holes right now are mainly in the infield. First base is a hole. Second base is a hole. Now they can play Jazz at second, but then you have a third base as a hole. So they need to figure out first, second base. If they make a big move for third base, Jazz can play second base. But right now, the biggest hole for me would be first base because you can go internal for second. You have Yorbit Vivas, you have Peraza, you have Jazz who can all play second base. I don't want to say his name, but you have DJ LeMahieu as well, still on this roster. So first base would be my first move, or my next move, I should say, should be first base. How you doing, Miss Norma? Cindy and Simba popping in to say, hey, what's going on? How you doing? How's your evening so far? Cody Bellinger and the Yankees seemed like a perfect match. In fact, Bellinger was pushing behind the scenes to make it happen. Yeah, let me bring up that quote real quick because I love seeing stuff like that. Scott Boras even came out and said that Cody has been nagging him to be a Yankee for a long time. So let me see if I can find that real quick. Okay, here we go. I love this. You want players that want to play for you. And that's exactly what Cody Bellinger is. He wants to be a New York Yankee. Brian Cashman on Cody Bellinger's interest in the Yankees, quote unquote. I've been hearing it for a long time, including his agent Scott Boras saying, "Can you get him over here? He's driving me crazy. He wants to be a Yankee." That's what I'm talking about right there, man. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe this works in our favor. Remember, everyone, though, Ohtani was coming in 2017. Now no one thinks Roki is coming. You never know. Yeah, like I said, man, last season we all thought we had a shot to get Yamamoto. Yamamoto was, I mean, the Yankees, it seemed like it was almost a done deal with Yamamoto. Unfortunately, he went to the Dodgers. That's why right now I still say Dodgers are the for sure favorites to get Roki. But if we get him, man, I'm going to be so pumped up. We can't have Cabrera, Peraza at second and Rice on first. Yeah, I don't want that, man. I don't want Rice at first. I mean, he had a great, month of baseball, but then teams started figuring him out, and defensively, he's not a true first baseman. I mean, he's a catcher learning first base. So I don't want Rice as our everyday first baseman. I want a guy that can actually play that position and play it well. Thank you, Norma. I feel better. I'm not coughing as much today. I'm not even on cough medicine, so I feel a lot better today. Thank you. I can't stand Bregman, but if Cashman signs him, it's over. I would love. I mean, I'm with you. I don't like Bregman either. I don't like anybody on the Houston Astros, but you can't tell me that Bregman wouldn't help out this infield. You can't tell me his bat would not mean something in this lineup. I mean, Bregman would be awesome. I don't know about a 6-7 year contract for Alex Bregman. That's what he wants, and he wants over $200 million. I don't know if the Yankees are going to go after him, but he would for sure. He would hold down that third base line, and I would feel very comfortable of him being over there on third base. He's a beast, third baseman defensively. But we'll see. We'll see if it happens. I like guys that want to be a Yankee. Same here. Same here, man. Nathaniel Lowe, make it happen, Cash. You really want Lowe, bro. K-Zilla really wants Lowe. He's been saying that almost every single stream. He wants it. All right, Parker. See you later, buddy. Cody Bellinger's dad. Yeah, Clay Bellinger. He used to play for the Yankees. That's why Cody wanted to come. Yeah, that's pretty dope, man. It's pretty dope. I mean, I couldn't imagine like watching your dad play baseball or watching your dad play any sport, and you growing up playing that same sport and then playing for that same team that your dad played for. That's pretty awesome, man. It really is. I don't see Cashman signing anyone with a qualifying offer, especially with their interest in Roki. Yeah, so that makes me think that they're going to sign like Carlos Santana. If they get Roki Sasaki, they're going to go cheap for first base. They're going to sign Carlos Santana, or I don't think Goldschmidt's going to be super cheap, but if they'd probably go with Carlos Santana on first base if they sign Roki Sasaki. MLB offseason is the only time I hear the word pivot more than when I'm taking dance lessons. Yep, a lot of pivots, no doubt about it. Why is DJ still on the team? Unfortunately, they would have to eat. Let me bring up DJ's contract. Last time I looked this up, I think we would have to eat like $35 million. Let's see. That's why he's on the team still, man. Unfortunately. Hold on. I'm trying to. I must be spelling his name correct. Give me a second, guys. I want to see how much money we would have to eat if we DFA him. So right now, yeah, it would be $30 million. We would have to eat $30 million for LeMahieu to be off this team. DFA him. MLB or thoughts on Arenado? Would you consider him if he comes a part of the Donovan trade? So Arenado, I don't want Arenado, man. I think his prime is past him. And don't get me wrong, Arenado is he was a fantastic player in this league. Fantastic player in this league, but his numbers are going down every single year. I mean, since every single year he's going down. He's 33 years old. He's not the same player. Defensively, he's still a machine. He's still a beast, but Donovan would be a nice piece. So if you add Donovan to the trade, I wouldn't really mind it as much. But also, you're gonna have to pay Arenado, and he's not cheap, man. Let's see. Arenado's contract, I think, is like $27 million. It's actually 21 mil. So Arenado, he's still under contract till 2028. So you're gonna have to pay him 21 million this year, 16 next year, and 15 the year after. It's not terrible. It's not crazy, but I don't know, man. The Cardinals would eat part of it. If they eat some of that contract, then by all means. But yeah, Arenado blocked the Astros. Yep, I saw that. What's up, Stephen B? Good to see you, buddy. Safe bet is at first base. Forget about third. Yeah, safe bet. Like I said, my first option would be Christian Walker, but he's on a qualifying offer and he wants a 4th year. So I don't think the Yankees are going to make that sign. If they do, I'd be a little happy about it because it's Christian Walker. Just I don't want to give him 4 years. Give me a 2-year, 3-year contract essentially, maybe like a 2-year with a vesting option for third. something like that. But Christian Walker wants a 4-year contract. So that's what's stopping the Yankees signing him, as well as, the qualifying offer stuff as well. Imagine Vladdy Jr. at first for the Yankees by the trade deadline or next year. It is diabolical for the rest of the league, especially for the Blue Jays. Jose, I would love Vladdy Guerrero. I mean, yeah, he's kind of an a-hole, and we all know the family ties. His family doesn't like us. He doesn't like us, all that crap. But if he puts that pride to the side and he actually says, hey, I'm willing to play for the Yankees, then I would love Vladimir Guerrero in this lineup, dude. He had such a great year last year. It was kind of like a low-key year because a lot of people were paying attention to, in the American League, Judge, Stephen Kwan was having a nice year statistically with the batting average. Soto, who else? Bobby Witt Jr. Everybody was paying attention to those guys, but out of nowhere, Vladimir Guerrero, he hit 323, 396 on base, 544 slug with a 940 OPS. Like, he went crazy in the second half. Let me look at his stats real quick in the second half. Post All-Star, he hit 376 with 16 home runs, 450 on base, 678 slug post All-Star. I mean, dude, he was going off. Alejandro, how you doing, man? What about sign Profar to play left and move Belly to first and Jasson Dominguez to play center? I wouldn't be opposed to that either. I would not be opposed to that either, man. And, the reports came out yesterday saying that Bellinger was going to play center field for us. Boone already came out, so that's fake news. There's no position that's tied down for Cody Bellinger yet. So I would love that right there, bro. I wouldn't mind that at all. Profar, I don't know how much years that he would prefer. We were talking about it yesterday a little bit. I would assume he would want like a 3-year contract, something like that, because he had a great year. But what's up, Mel Bester? Vlad doesn't like the Yankees because of the incident with A-Rod at 05 All-Star game in Detroit, and A-Rod never said hi to Vlad's mom. And Vlad got pissed off. Vlad never liked A-Rod and the Yankees since. I know it's all about it stems down to his dad. I know it all stems down to his dad at the end of the day. It's true that his father was going to be a Yankee. Cashman had a deal, and George overruled it for Gary Sheffield. That's why he's bitter. I get it. I mean, I would be a little bitter too, man. I would be a little bitter too. Don't get me wrong. Profar's defense is bad, though. Yeah, a lot of these outfielders, I mean, Bellinger is by far the better glove. Like, I was looking at the free agents yesterday, and, Teoscar Hernandez, Profar, these guys aren't the best fielders. So, I mean, everybody available right now is not really a good fielder. Let me look it up real quick. I mean, Verdugo's a free agent right now. He's the best fielder available, and they're not going to sign him back. I don't see a world of that happening. Teoscar, Santander. I mean, they're not. I'm naming names that are interested in the. Bader's not going to be back. They're not going to sign Mark Canha. Verdugo. No, like all these guys in the outfield right now are the best fielders with their glove. What's up, Robert? How you doing, buddy? I'm checking my phone to make sure I don't see I miss any news. I don't see any news coming through. But shout out to the 127, man. Thank you guys for popping in. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. If you enjoy the content, if you're here just to hang out, by all means, you're welcome. But thank you so much, guys. We're on the road to 9,000, man. 9,000. So thank you so much for the support. And for more streams like this, hit that subscribe button. And when the games go on, I live stream all the games. You can check my channel from all the past live streams. I do pretty much every single Yankee game. I missed 10. I missed about 10 games last year, but I called about 100 including the spring training, postseason. I called over 160 games last year. So I know Bellinger has a ton of experience at first, but isn't that a waste of his athleticism? He wants to probably play center field, higher chance for bigger WAR. No, I know for a fact he would much rather probably play center field, but he's one of those guys. It wouldn't like shock me if he's going to do whatever's best for the team. If the team wants him playing first base, he's going to be playing first base. If the team wants him playing left field, he'll be playing left field. So I agree with you. I think no doubt about it. Of course, the first option will probably be center field, but I feel like he's going to be a team player and he's going to play wherever they need him to play. Yankees owe DJ LeMahieu 30 mil. They aren't DFAing him yet. Yeah, that's what I just brought up. I just don't see him DFAing. It sucks, man, because he's just taking up a freaking roster spot. He's just taking up a roster spot right now, man. He might be a bench coach. That's basically what he's doing. So, Max, are we getting another outfielder because Bellinger will be playing first or outfield? I would say no. I would say they're done signing outfielders. That's my thought because we still have Jasson Dominguez and first base, second base. Those two positions are more important right now for us to fill than another outfielder. So I would assume no. But hey, it's the off season, man. Anything can happen, bro. They can shock everybody and trade for somebody right now. Who knows? Udell says next move will be unexpected from the Yankees. Hey, I love unexpected moves, bro. I mean, I didn't expect Devin Williams to be a Yankee. That move shocked me. I was still sick. I had to go up here and stream. I was like, man, I'm gonna give it a go and try to stream and do as best as I can. That move was awesome. Devin Williams is going to be big time for this team. Yankees should re-sign Tommy Kahnle and Tim Hill. At least the bullpen is still the same minus Holmes, but you add Williams, get those two back, and then just finish getting first and second to finish the offseason. Yeah, I mean, I think there's 8 teams that are in on Kahnle. I haven't heard anybody in on Tim Hill. I definitely think they can get Tim Hill back on a cheap deal. They did sign Jonathan Loaisiga too. They brought Loaisiga back. I know he missed the whole season because of the elbow surgery he had, and they also said he's not ready to pitch until late April. But who knows, man? Loaisiga might take all season. He might take all season to get ramped back up because that guy's always injured, man. But if Loaisiga is going to be here and he's going to be healthy, that's going to be a big piece of this bullpen as well, man. You have Loaisiga, you have Luke Weaver, and Devin Williams in the back half of your bullpen. Sign me up. But we have to have Loaisiga healthy, man. JNS, thank you for being here. First timer. Thank you so much, bro. What do you think of the Yankees stick it to the Mets and snatch up Alonso? I've been hearing they're engaging in talks. That includes Pete Alonso. That includes Christian Walker, Paul Goldschmidt, Carlos Santana. So JNS, I don't think it'll happen, but they haven't ruled it out, man. They haven't ruled it out. And I mean, I wouldn't mind Pete Alonso. He's not my first option by any means on first base. And I keep reiterating that, but I wouldn't mind if we got Pete Alonso. It just depends on the price tag. It depends on how much you're going to give him and how long that contract is. Yeah, Ian Hamilton as well. Ian Hawaiian. Who plays first and who plays third right now? First, who knows, man? First is not whoever is playing first base for the New York Yankees next season is not on the team right now. He's not on the team. So who's playing third? It's probably going to be Jazz. Unless they sign Bregman, then Jazz will be playing second base. What's up, Victorino? How you doing, buddy? Alonso said he would sign with the Yankees. Oh yeah, I know Pete Alonso would sign with us. And to start the offseason, Yankees were already in talks with Pete Alonso. Of course, Juan Soto was their first priority, but now that ship has sailed. Who knows, man? Maybe they go after Pete Alonso. He's the biggest name on the first base market, no doubt about it. Is he the best? I don't know. Defensively, he's not the best. Christian Walker, Santana are both better defensively than Pete Alonso is, but by far Pete Alonso is a better hitter than Carlos Santana. I wouldn't say I can't say that Pete Alonso is a better hitter than Christian Walker. I can't sit here and tell you that because I believe in Christian Walker's skills. He's a beast. He's older. Pete Alonso is only 30. So, age is the most important thing in this sport, man. You saw with Juan Soto. Age is the most important thing. So they might say, okay, we get Alonso, he's 30 compared to Christian Walker, he'll be 34. I mean, you can't blame him for that, man. What's up, man? I heard the Yankees were interested in Williams earlier this offseason, but to see it get done was amazing. It was incredible. It was awesome, dude. I mean, we have a legit bona fide closer. That makes my heart jump. I know Luke Weaver did his thing, man. Hats off to Luke Weaver. It wasn't full season, unfortunately, but now we have a legit bona fide closer next season. We don't have to worry about who's going to be the closer. There's no way. And I can bring this clip up when the season begins and if it happens. Mark my words, there's no way that he's going to struggle like Clay Holmes struggled. Because one thing about Devin Williams, he's a strikeout machine. He's not he goes up there and just makes people look silly. Now, we all know what happened in the postseason with the Brewers. He got hit around. I get all that. But last season, only a 21.2 innings of work because of that stress fracture he had in his back. So only 21 innings of work. So 43% strikeout rate. In 21 innings last season, he had 38 strikeouts. But let's look at the 2 seasons when he was fully healthy. He had 36 saves in 2023, 58.2 innings, 87 strikeouts. So that comes back to a 37.7% strikeout rate. That's our closer. Only 30 years old. By the way, that was he was the second highest strikeout percentage guy as a closer in 2023. That's some good stuff, man. That's some good stuff. Hopefully they don't sign Alonso. We need a first baseman good with the glove and the bat. That's why Christian Walker would be my first go-to. I get all the qualifying offer. Put that aside for a second here. I'm just talking about talent-wise. Christian Walker would be my first option for first base. That's my thing. Look, man, I know we want fast results, but Peraza should give him a shot like they did with Volpe. If it doesn't work, then look for a player at the deadline. I was talking about that earlier, Victorino. I was saying second base might be an open tryout in spring, just like with the shortstop position with Volpe when he beat out AKF. Peraza, Yorbit Vivas, those two should be battling out for second base. So I agree. I mean, right now, second base looks like it's going to be the easiest position to fill because we have a lot of internal choices. We have Cabrera who can play second base as well. So we'll see. No, you're good, Victorino. You're good, brother. You're good. Rory says Walker. That'll be my first pick, man. That'll be my first pick. I would give Williams 4 years, about $60 million. Yeah, so he already talked about an extension with the Yankees. He didn't rule it out. So Williams pops in, and he's already open for an extension. So that's good news. He's only 30 years old. Devin Williams is. Please get him locked down. Please. Torres still better than Peraza, even if Torres had his mental issues. I agree. But defensively, man, Peraza is better than Gleyber. We need to get better defensively in this infield, man. Desperately. You can't have a guy like Gleyber go out there and give up 13, 14 errors. It just can't happen. We easily could have been a 100+ win season. Or I know, I don't care about the total wins. I care about, the fall classic. That's all I care about, winning that World Series. But we saw it in the World Series. We saw blunders on second base. We saw blunders all over the field. Nobody was safe. Volpe had a blunder. Judge had a blunder. I don't even want to talk about Game 5. Cole can't cover first base. But we got to get this defense intact, man. So I agree with Gleyber being better, but it's time to move on. Yeah, second base free agency does suck. I agree. Max, did you hear what Stephen A said? Mets have better pitching than. I don't ever listen to what Stephen A says about baseball, man. I like Stephen A. He's funny. I watched First Take a lot. I don't really watch it that much anymore, but whenever they start bringing up baseball, I don't listen to a word what Stephen A said. So don't yeah, he's dumb. He's dumb when it comes to baseball. Chef Nick in a house. What's up, Max? Hope all is well. My friend been busy with the holiday season and cooking up a hurricane. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you and your family, and keep rocking. Thank you, brother. Hey, man, I'm glad you're doing good. It's been busy here too, man. I know the pain, man. I know the stress. But Merry Christmas to you and your family as well. And thanks for popping in, buddy. Always good to see you, man. We got 132 in the chat. I'm about to call the stream here in a second, guys. I got to make dinner and stuff like that and get ready for my evening. But I thank you all so much for hanging out. We got 135 still in the chat. Hit that like, subscribe if you're new. Like I said, ring those notification bells so you get notified when I do go live. Tomorrow is up in the air if I go live or not. If some big news happens, I will be live. But tomorrow I got a dentist appointment right after work at 4 o'clock. So usually I try to go live around 4 to 5 Eastern time for these shows. But we'll see if I go live a little later or something like that. But keep your notifications on, guys. Welcome to the family if you are new. And thank you all for hanging out with me. And hopefully we get some more big news on the horizon for the Yankees. I feel something in my bones. I think something big's going to happen this week. So I'll be here and we'll talk about it. Until then, it's always love, peace, and chicken grease on Max Covers TV. I'm out here, guys. Thank you for the great conversations. You are the best co-host I can ever ask for on YouTube. And I'll see you all on the next stream. I'm out here. Peace. And always, go Yankees.